Welcome to Yoga with Katie. Today we're going to be doing a very brief, self-love, slow type of cozy kind of flow. I have a recommendation for a strap. It's not completely necessary, but as we move through our flow and you feel like you need extra length for the arms, that's all that is. Otherwise, we practice yoga safely here, so we're going to be aware of our surroundings and any sensations in the body so that we can practice safely. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, starting in child's pose. So you're going to sit back on your heels. I recommend knees wide, toes touching, and then reach those arms forward, bow your head down. If forehead to the floor is a little too much, you can always turn your face to the side. Pause here and breathe for a second. Today we're going to be opening our heart chakra, and that area is the center of the chest, but also in the back, the upper back as well. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and walk your hands over to the right. Maybe left hand stacks on top of the right hand. And then relax again. Notice a big opening in the side body. Find where it's comfortable to rest your head. Relax the belly. One more slow breath in. Slow breath out. When you're ready, walk your hands now all the way over to the left. Same thing. Maybe right hand stacks on top of left hand. Side bend, now feeling it in that right side. Every time you exhale, see how much you can relax down. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. When you're ready, come back through to center. Pause here for one more moment. And if you're ready, we're going to sit up, hands under the shoulders to help press up. Go ahead and bring those knees together. Legs are in line with the hips. You've got a few options. We're going to find a back bend. So go ahead and sit up onto the knees. Option one is just hands supporting that lower back. Squeeze the elbows together and you're going to puff up your chest. I've also seen people make fists. They've got fists right on the hip bones, so that would be on either side of the spine, a little bit higher up, right at that lower back where the waist is. So you can make fists. You're pressing the hips forward, again, squeezing the elbows, chest is lifted. Or lastly, if you're feeling really good and you just go for full camel, you're lifting the heart, pushing the hips forward, and maybe your hands reach for your feet. If the heels are too low here, you can always tuck the toes, give yourself a little extra length, or height, I guess, height in the feet. And if it feels comfortable, maybe drop your head back. If you're in this full camel shape, tuck the chin first, hands return to the lower back, just to support, to sit up. Wonderful. Sitting tall, shift your weight into your left leg, step your right foot forward. Let's take our hands to the floor for a low lunge. And then just rock forward and back here. If this is too intense and the floor is too far away from you, you can always take your hands to your hips and rock forward and back. Another option is if this is hurting your back knee, you can always take your mat and fold it over for extra cushion if you feel like you need that. Or just use a blanket or towel underneath the knees. We're here to care about the body. The next time your knee is bent, leave your left hand down, right arm up, big twist. And then let's go ahead and backstroke. So we're warming up the shoulder. Still sitting low in the hips, maybe even letting your right leg fall open if that feels good. Here's where the strap might come in. We're going to go for a quad stretch, bending into that back knee to catch your foot. If it's too far away, you can loop your strap around, do what you can to finagle it, and then you pull that heel in. I personally like to place the strap over my shoulder for that support. And then again, you're sinking your hips forward. Pause for the breath. On the exhale, back off, release that foot from the hand or the strap, and then we'll just step back and lower all the way to the belly. Hands under the shoulders, roll those shoulders back, heart forward, cobra, pause here, shining your heart forward. And come back down. Let's tent the fingers wider than the mat. Imagine you've got oranges under the palms of your hands. Press up and then drop your right shoulder down to the middle of the mat. It's a twist. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left shoulder down, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Last one. Exhale, left. Inhale, back up. Wonderful. Return to the belly, hands under the shoulders, child's pose again. Either for knees wide, if you'd like, reaching forward, or my personal favorite recently has been legs together, arms back. Wherever you are, slow down the breath. Slow down any external thoughts. We're really just focusing what's happening on the mat. And once you're on your mat, there's no judgment, judgment free. You're only here for observation, especially since your body changes from day to day. I encourage you to stay here as long as you need, but if you're ready for the other side, we'll sit up, kneel onto the knees, hands to the hips just for balance. Step your left foot forward, low lunge, hands to the floor or your hips, and then we're rocking forward and back. Again, if you need that extra cushion under your right knee, we're here for comfort. We're here to feel good. When you're ready, stay bent in the left knee, right hand down, circle the left arm back. You're staying lifted in that right arm, not sinking into the shoulder. When you're ready, catch that back foot with the strap or with your hand, pulling that heel towards the glute, and then keeping the hips low. Pause here for 3 slow breaths. This is 2. Last one. Kindly release that leg without any kickback. Hands to the floor. Step back to that tabletop. Let's do some cat-cows while we're here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Again, inhale, looking up, arch. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, shining your heart forward. Exhale, now it's the back body points up to the sky. Wonderful. Go ahead and sit back into a kneeling position. Option for the strap here. Let's work on the shoulders and opening that heart. So all we're doing is opening the arms and taking them back and forward with the strap. If you don't have a strap today, we're just thinking cactus arms, and then sweep them back, down, forward, and we do it again. If you're using your strap, you're adjusting it as needed, maybe even pausing in that sweet spot in the back. But wherever you are, I want you to think about closing that rib cage. We're sitting tall through the spine, out through the top of the head. Wonderful. Go ahead and give yourself some huggers. Release that strap. Let's do another one. We're going to clasp the hands behind the back. So if you have the strap here, I like to take the strap in the top hand, bend at the elbow, and then grab that strap, and then you wiggle your fingers as close as they can get. The trick here again, we're closing that rib cage, so I'm imagining I'm pressing my back into that arm. If you don't have a strap, you can either grab your shirt and then kind of crawl your hands closer together on your shirt, or if you're feeling flexible and confident, maybe your hands touch and clasp. One step farther from here is bowing forward, and you'll feel it in the front of that left shoulder if your right hand is overhead. 2 breaths wherever you are. When you're ready, exhale, release that. Again, give yourself some hugs. Other arm gets a turn. This is what it looks like with the strap. So you have hand up overhead, catching that hand below. Crawl those hands as close as they can get. And then if you feel confident, again, close that rib cage off. And then maybe you hinge forward. And it could just be a little bit. Maybe you're right here, and that's plenty. Maybe you're in that child's pose. We're here for 3 slow breaths. Trying your best to relax what you can. If you're bowed forward, when you inhale, go ahead and sit up. Wherever you are, release. Give yourself some hugs once more. Let's go ahead and lay down. Laying on our spines for the first time. Go ahead and hug those knees into the chest. And then we're going to circle them. Have your knees go opposite directions. When you're ready, you can reverse. Awesome. Extend those legs long. And we're going to do fish pose to lift that heart up to the sky. So fish pose, you're going to slide your hands under your glutes. You're literally grabbing your booty. Tuck those elbows underneath you. And this could be enough if you already feel it in your shoulders and in your chest, maybe your lower back. But if you're ready, you're going to point your toes and squeeze your legs together. Press through the elbows and you're going to puff up your chest. From here, let your head fall back and let your top of the head touch the floor. Once more, we're breathing slow and controlled. Listening to your breath. When you exhale, tuck the chin, lay back down, release the arms. Let's settle into Shavasana. You've got a few options. One is fetal pose. You can lay on one side using your bicep as a pillow, and you can just hang out here. Maybe even legs up. So if you're doing it in the center of the room, you got a slight bend in the knees. We're just letting our legs float in space and feel that circulation just kind of drain down. Or if you have a convenient wall nearby, same thing. You're just resting the legs on the wall. Wherever you are, we're here for 10 breaths. Please give yourself the space and the grace that it needs as I encourage you to stay in the shape that you've chosen for the closing of class. If you'd like to follow along physically, if your hands are free, or maybe just mentally if your hands are occupied, we can bring them in prayer fashion at the center of the heart. And let's pause here, acknowledging the heart, that heart chakra with the color green. Recognizing that self-love and self-care are just as important as loving and caring for others. Being gracious and kind and generous to yourself. Being patient with yourself each day. Let's take those thumbs to touch at the third eye between the eyebrows. This is a reminder to have an open and receptive mind. The thumbs come down to the lips. This is a reminder to have kind words to others and to ourselves. Thumbs back down to the heart is a reminder to have a truthful heart, that you are honest with yourself. You are living your truth. The light in me bows to the light within you. Namaste.